massive weapons and tools of spiritual warfare used on chosen ones is disturbing you. Okay? Disturbing you. So what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about loud music or someone that keeps knocking on your door. I'm talking about not allowing you to be grounded, secure, at peace, and at ease in your own energy. Okay, so chosen ones, as I've always said, and I'll talk about this in the class, Chosen One Pathways on March 1st. Chosen ones have an essence that's extremely unique. Okay, and it's easy to get confused, because the same way people may feel triggered by your light, they also don't want you to take your light away from them. Okay? Okay? So the way that works is you reserving yourself, being reserved, staying to yourself, staying in your corner, and people are like, why are you not sharing that light with me? Right? Even though it triggers me, but hey, it may trigger me. It doesn't mean I don't want access to it. It's kind of like they want that exchange from you. And when you don't give it, sometimes chosen ones will encounter this stuff at the mall. Like you'll encounter this at the grocery store where it's like someone will just come up to you and start telling you their whole life story. And you're like, huh? Like, it's so random, so weird. Like, the person just comes up to you and they just show up and they throw up, while you're in the laundry detergent line. And you're like, oh my God, this is a lot. This is heavy. This is too heavy. I just came here to get gain. And this person felt like, what is that? It's because your light is so vibrant. It's the vibrancy. It's the warmth that comes with you that people won't allow you to just exist in your peaceful element. They see it as an opportunity to invade. Right? And that's why chosen ones have to have high levels of discernment and have to have high levels of intuition and boundaries, because you have to understand, am I dealing with a vampire? I call it a vampiric spirit. We'll talk about this in the Spiritual Warfare Masterclass, February 22nd, 7 p.m. Zoom. Description below. A vampiric spirit, there's a difference between somebody that's just like talking to you and they, it's just small talk, and someone they're using that conversation with you as a way to drain your energy in a way. And it's like, how can you tell the difference? So, you're dealing with a vampiric spirit or essence in a person when your peace is bothersome for them. So I had a boss like this before in the past where I would just like be sitting there, like there's nothing to do. Everything is done. I've done everything. And I'm just sitting there looking and waiting for, an order to come in or something like that. And I could see him getting angry by me just standing there at peace and reserved and just like this. Like I could see that bothering him. So it's like, oh, you got to do that. You got to do that. And I'm like, I already did that. Yeah, I already did that. Yeah. And like just sifting through things because just me resting was a trigger to him, right? So chosen ones will notice that you can just be in the corner at the park and here comes some random man or random woman. You're sitting there with your dog, just looking at the lake, meditating, and this person is coming to disturb you. And it's like, sir, I'm sitting here on my mat. Please go away. I'm trying to meditate and pray, and you just why are you doing that? And the person can see you're sitting and meditating. They can see it's not appropriate for you to talk because you're meditating and your eyes are closed, but they don't care because they just want to engage with your energy. Okay, so chosen ones are going to deal with provoking spirits, and you're going to deal with vampiric spirits that want to essentially provoke you into anger or disturb you from your balance. Okay? On the lookout for provoking spirits and vampiric spirits. These are humans that will spot your glow, right? Because chosen ones glow like a glow stick. And I do have some charts and some graphs that I will be going over in the Chosen Pathway Masterclass, where I'll show you the way you appear in crowds. You're like a glow stick. You're glowing, you're illuminating. So you're going to attract a lot of vampiric energies, meaning humans who are vampires, who don't have their light, they don't have any. So they see your glow and they want to feed on that. And you're also going to attract people who desire to continuously interact with your energy. Okay, so for example, I used to experience the spiritual disturbance since I was a child, right? But as I got older in life, the older I get, the more enlightened I become spiritually. The more I understand, the more I see, the more I get, right? And I'll talk about some of these tips in the Spiritual Warfare Masterclass, February 22nd, and then Chosen Pathways is March 1st, 7 p.m. on Zoom, yourlevelupguru.net. I remember being a little girl and always feeling better in my playpen alone. And I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear you bashing that. Some people like their energy. I'm sorry that you don't like your energy. Right? And you have to constantly seek out things outside of you to feel ease. Certain people actually enjoy their own company. I'm sorry if you don't. Okay? But some of us, it's not saying that we don't like interacting. It doesn't mean we don't have, family and people we care about and love and romance and all that good stuff. But some of us genuinely enjoy our own presence. And that should not be villainized. So when I was a child and I would be in these playpens, I would love playing with just me in the playpen. And I remember teachers complaining to my parents about me enjoying to just be in the playpen. That's where I wanted to play. Everybody else would go play in the sandbox. I wanted to be in the playpen. And I remember my chosen ones are not allowed to enjoy their own essence. What do I mean by this? And this is something that I started to notice when I was a little girl. And now that I'm an adult woman, I'm putting the puzzle pieces together. It's almost like when you don't want to share your energy with people, they're very offended by that. What do I mean? If 15 people can walk in a room and say, hey, how you doing? And sit down and nobody cares. If I walk in a room and I say, hey, how you doing? And I sit down, there's going to be a complaint filed that Mel doesn't talk to me enough. But I said, hi, how are you doing? Like everybody else. Why do you want more from me? Why don't you want more from them? It's the energy that they want to interact with. They want to interact with your essence. And when you have limits, they automatically get offended by that. And there's a spiritual reason for that. And we'll talk about all of this stuff. The Chosen One Masterclass is March 1st. And then the Spiritual Warfare Masterclass is February 22nd, Sunday on Zoom, yourlevelupguru.net, in the description below. So why did I put spiritual warfare before Chosen One Pathways? Provoking spirits are a form of spiritual warfare. Some people have spirits within them that desire to provoke you, right? To desire to single you out, right? To desire to call you out, to desire to separate you from everybody else that's doing the same thing, right? And we spoke about a bunch of different spiritual archetypes in the Archetype Masterclass. So chosen ones are going to be disturbed a lot, which is why a lot of times chosen ones suffer with anxiety, because people want to retrieve your essence from you and people want to interact with you while simultaneously hating you. So every time they interact with you, it's because they want your energy and your presence around, but they're also going to punish you for being around at the same time. As you desire to avoid that, you're like, I'm comfortable in my own energy. I'm comfortable in my own presence. I'm going to just sit on this side of the room. You sitting on that side of the room is going to trigger people in the room, because people don't want you to not share your essence with them. They want you to share your essence with them while simultaneously breaking you down for that same essence. Now, if this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Okay? Because I'm tired of people coming on these videos. If it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But there are people listening that this is what they go through. And I'm speaking to those people and I'm encouraging them. Okay? And you can't get in the way of that. Okay? So chosen ones will notice that you are not allowed to be in your own solitude peacefully. This is why it's hard for chosen ones to keep jobs. I talk about how chosen ones can't keep jobs. The reason for that is because you just want to come to work and do your job. They just won't let you do that. They want to drain you. They want to keep interacting with you while not liking the essence that they are obsessed with interacting with. And a lot of times chosen ones will deal with anxiety, they will deal with depression, they will deal with feeling, like I said in my last video, worthless and all these different negative feelings, because your essence is so unique that it's like, okay, if they don't like me, why do they want to keep interacting with me though? Why do they get mad when I don't go to the company dinner? But when I do go to the company dinner, they're being mean to me. So I don't understand. It's like when I don't go to the company dinner, you guys are angry. But when I do come to the company dinner, it turns into a humiliation ritual. So what am I supposed to do? So you automatically say, I'm going to remove myself. I'm going to retrieve myself. I'm going to move over. I'm going to mind my business. But when you do that, you get disturbed. Okay? So I'll give you an example of when I realized how, like when you're a chosen one, how this works. I've experienced it. I'm going to give you guys an example. So, I love coffee. Side note, I did not buy this coffee. I always buy these cute cups from Amazon. I think I got like 50 of them for like, I don't know, like $20. And I just make my own coffee at home, my own organic coffee. It's so yummy. Sorry about that. Back to the message. So I realized this actually when I went to get my nails done one time. There was this woman who was doing my nails. And again, there are humans who are evolved and there are humans who are not evolved. There are humans who are close to their baseline and there are humans who have done the work that are far from the baseline, okay? So humans who have done the work are not entitled to other people, okay? You don't feel entitled to people's time, people's energy, people's attention. You don't have that entitled spirit because you know that nobody owes you anything, right? Those are humans who are evolved. People who are not evolved are very entitled over other people's energy, connection, all that stuff, body, all that stuff. So I was going to her to do my nails and I noticed something. She would overtalk me, right? Meaning she would show up and throw up when she would do my nails. It's just talking. I never had an opportunity to just look down and watch my Netflix show because I kept getting interrupted with conversation. And somebody like me that's very busy, when I go get my nails done, my brows done, my hair done, my lashes done, that is my time to relax. When I go and get massages, that is my time to not speak, okay, and to relax during my appointment. But chosen ones, you're not allowed to kind of just enjoy your own essence, solitude, and peace. When you're around people, they want to continuously engage with you. They don't want to give you that silence. They want to keep engaging with you, right? So I noticed that she kept, like, I never was able to just watch my stuff. It's always like over talking. So what I did, I'm like, you know what? Let me start coming to my appointment with like big headphones, right? So that she can kind of get the message that I don't want to speak. I'll talk here and there, hi, how are you? But once you start doing my nails and I pick the color, I don't really want to talk after that. And to just relax, to listen to meditation music, to listen to a Christian sermon. Like I don't always have to keep these long energetic exchanges, especially when I'm getting a beauty service done. When I brought my headphones, she immediately, her whole body language changed. Every time she would see me pull the headphones out of my bag, her body language would shift. Because she understood that once those headphones got on my ears, there was no interaction that was going to be had. None. And you shouldn't expect that. Why? Because you just do my nails. If I'm respectful towards you, I'm kind, I ask you how you're doing, I tip you good. That's all you should expect from me, a customer. Spiritual hygiene. We'll talk about that in the spiritual warfare masterclass. I have spiritual hygiene. I can tell when someone's trying to drain my spirit. Oh, well, maybe this person just likes you and just wants to talk to you. Ma'am, just in a spiritual world, there's a spiritual war going on as I speak that we cannot see. And some of us can. So when you're saying that I have to let someone drain me with conversation just because they like me, that is an exchange where I leave depleted and they leave full. Who loses in that, me or them? Because I'm the one that leaves on E. Their tank is full after interacting with me. So am I going to go through life self-sacrificing? Absolutely not. So chosen ones are going to notice that people are going to get angry when you refuse to be disturbed and you want to be in the ease and peace of your essence. That she would get angry every time I pulled my headphones out, right? Because she knew that there wasn't going to be an interaction there. And I would get there sometimes early, like 30 minutes before my appointment, and I would sit and I would, just like answer emails, and I would see her do nails of other people and they weren't talking, and her body language was always warm and balanced. But when it's time for her to do my nails, there needs to be an ongoing 2.5 hour conversation. And when I realized that, I'm like, this is a vampiric energy. Suck. People who are energetic vampires spiritually, chosen ones have to look out for vampiric individuals that they want to suck and drain you. Very, very angry when I didn't want to interact with her. I knew I was dealing with a spiritual problem. I'm like, okay, so this is a spiritual thing here because it's a little bit abnormal, right? And then there was a time where she blew up on me in the salon. I came to the salon and I was, I believe, maybe like 5 minutes late. And I was 5 minutes late because I was going to do hands and feet that day. And I called and I'm like, my toes look great. I'm going to just do my nails. So I'm going to get there a little bit later. And I told the manager that. And when I got there 5 minutes later, she blew up on me in front of the whole salon. I have to learn how to not be that way. They have to submit themselves to God's power and dominion to show up in the world with a better presentation. But until they decide to do that, they're going to always be the ways that I listed. By design, that's their nature. So if you are a chosen one that has this bright light on you and you don't preserve your peace and not allow anyone to make you feel like you're a villain for operating in your peace at all times, about that, keeping the peace within you, right? When, there's a lot, like I always say, for chosen ones, there's a lot. Your life could literally be a best-selling novel. And that's another major thing. A lot of chosen ones should be writing autobiographies of your life. You'll probably be a New York bestseller because your life has been just these wild experiences. And I'm here to always be that teeny tiny voice in you guys' lives, or a reminder digitally to tell you that you can preserve your peace. It's okay to preserve your peace. It's okay to have an understanding that you will probably get treated differently as a chosen one. People may want to interact with you, probably drain you a little bit more than other people because your energy, it's yummy. Your essence is yummy. You're like honey. You're dripping like honey. So just preserve yourself by understanding that when someone comes to disturb the peace that you have within, you don't let it happen and you put the boundaries in place. Spiritual Warfare Part 2. So in Spiritual Warfare Part 2, we are going to go into the deep, intricate details on what spiritual warfare looks like in a human being's life, how it can present itself, what it looks like, because a lot of times there are challenges that we face, limitations that we face, changes in direction that we face, and we think it's us. But how could it be you if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do and things are still not going in the direction that you want it to go in? 9 times out of 10, you are in a spiritual battle, in a spiritual war that you are not aware of. And winning a spiritual battle requires you to engage in spiritual warfare. It's one thing when there's a spiritual war going on, but you're not engaging in it. If you are not engaging in it, that is how you end up losing. So spiritual warfare part 2, wonderful masterclass for you to understand the presence of spiritual attacks, what they may look like, how they present themselves, signs that you may be under attack, and how to address those signs so that you can get over to the other side. Spiritual warfare part 2, February 22nd at 7 p.m. on Zoom. Chosen ones, this class is specifically for you. In addition to the archetype masterclass, I wanted to create a class specifically for chosen ones, because majority of chosen ones have the same spiritual pathways, meaning a lot of chosen ones, you guys have the same stories, you're just different people in different bodies. However, because chosen ones have a particular path, chosens follow a particular model because they have the same spiritual pathways, it's important to understand what that model looks like and what the whole default system looks like so you can survive life as a chosen one. Being chosen is not easy. It's very, very, very difficult, and it is not something to be glamorized. However, this class is going to go into the nitty-gritty of what it's like to be a chosen one, some of the defaults and challenges that you will face during your spiritual pathway, and this class is also going to give you the tools that you need to stay strong until you get onto the other side. March 1st, 2026 at 7 p.m. on Zoom. My mother started to panic. They're like, we need to call 911. Something is wrong. Doctor told my mother, it looks like your baby may unfortunately be a victim of SIDS. God is full of surprises, but good surprises. Major encounter with God in my life. That was the Holy Spirit warning me and giving me signals about a warfare that was. He's never going to lead you in a path that is going to end in your demise. No way. It's important to keep pushing, keep praying, and keep believing, even when you don't see a way out. And because something is right with you, that's why you're getting attacked a lot. God speaks to us through people, through dreams, through scenarios, through feelings that we get, our discernment showing up. You got to take God serious. You got to keep God at the center of your life at all times. I'm going to walk away from God because of these experiences that I've had.